Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to The Startup with Monique LeRae, only on LA Talk Radio.
How's it going, Los Angeles? It's Monique LeRae. This is The Startup. I'm coming to you from really, really chilly Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska. As a lot of my viewers and listeners know, we are doing a 20-plus city pandemic project documentary, and it's landed me in Alaska. But guess what? We still going, and I have three amazing guests on this segment to talk about RAIN, aka Save Our Jewels, and of course our resident pandemic posse member, Tiara Moore, is here, but she brought two really awesome friends. So let's talk to her today. How you doing, Tiara?
I am awesome, Monique. How are you doing? And are you staying warm over there in Alaska?
Listen, girl, I brought grandma's fur. I brought a couple jackets. I've got socks up to my head. It's going okay. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for having me on your platform once again. I always love coming and speaking with you and your audience.
Absolutely. All we want is to keep businesses and small businesses, all sizes, but small businesses especially, going during this time in COVID-19, and especially with a good, healthy message for the community. And I really am loving your brand's message. So let's get into that a little bit more. In case people don't know who you are, aren't familiar with your brand, why don't you reintroduce yourself and introduce your colleagues?
Yes. So my name is Tiara Moore. I live in the Metro Atlanta area, and I am one of the ambassadors with the Justice for My Jewel campaign. We are all about helping women around the globe have healthy, comfortable, safe, dry menstrual cycles. A lot of women are suffering in silence. They think that they have to continue to go through these horrendous menstrual cycles. And we're telling you, no, you do not have to suffer anymore because we have a solution. Yes, we have a solution.
Yes.
So I have two of my colleagues with me who are also going to speak on the campaign and some of the great, awesome things that we're doing in the community. I have with me Latiji Stanton. She lives in Chicago, Illinois. She is extremely passionate about our Justice for My Jewel campaign. She has so many customers all over the country. She is amazing. And then we have Raheem Whitehead, affectionately known as the Prince of Pads. Yes, I said it.
I mean, I love these people. I mean, who are these people? Can we start with Chi-Town, please? What's up, Chi-Town?
Yes.
What's up, Chi-Town in the building? I am so excited to be here on this platform with you, Monique. I'm excited. I'm loving your energy. I'm like, whoa, we having a great time. But I want to just give it back to Tiara. Tiara, she says some great things about me and Raheem, but this young lady, I mean, she have did things in this company that has connected the CEO of the company with people that he couldn't even get connected with, that's directly connected to the graphene strip in our pads. And so when it comes to passion, when it comes to this young lady, she know her stuff, she do her research. And so I just want to give it back to her. Yeah, I'm from Chicago, and yeah, this pandemic is crazy, right? They just shut us back down.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for you in Chicago, being this powerhouse entrepreneur that you are. And we are digital. We do go, we stream. We are not just confined to being, with you in person. We can do things all internationally all the time. But speak to that as an entrepreneur in the Chicago area. How's that affected you?
So, it made me, pivot very, very, very fast, because I am being in Chicago. We hustlers, right? So we in the streets. We have no problem jumping out our cars, going into salons, going into people, say, hey, you want to buy something? Open up my code. Hey, I'm Lenny. What you got, right? And so I'm so used to that. And so when the pandemic hit, I always did a little online, but I never was like an online person. So I had to make the shift. I'm so happy that I had this product, RAIN, because it's easy, you know, to connect with women. And it's not like we're selling anything. We're like literally educating women, telling them, hey, you have to see this. I know you don't know about this, and, you know, educating them. And it's so easy. And they just like, oh my God, thank you. You have literally changed my life. Like, I know these pads changed my daughter's life. And when it happened, I was just saying it would almost be criminal to have this information and not to share it with other women.
Love that. And it's true.
Yeah.
You can free yourself from the confines of what society says you have to go through, like you're suffering in the corner. Tiara has been an advocate for that, and it's nice to meet you and hear about it. I hear there's a pad king or something. What's going on with that?
He the prince. He not the king. He the prince.
Prince of
Oh,
Pads.
okay. I love it. What is going on?
Hey, Miss Monique, how you doing from here in Atlanta? ATL is in the building. Yes.
Yes, I love my peaches. My grandma was an AKA Martha
wow.
Stephen, rest in peace. She's Army forever.
Wow.
Great way to come through on the place that you need to come through, Atlanta. But we'll go with that alone. Tell us about you.
Well, my name is Raheem Whitehead. I'm affectionately known as the Prince of Pads. I never in a billion years would have thought that I would have got a title attached to my name that had something, anything to do with pads, menstrual cycles, blood for that matter. You know what I mean? But here I am, you know, a grown man in a shirt advocating for our women. As you can see here, I wear this proudly on my chest because we have
I don't need that in my life at all.
Right.
It's like, ladies, and anybody that loves a lady, you know that that's a mess.
But,
I
but
like
check,
your team. You guys dare to go there, right? And we, you know, Tiara and I decided to really spearhead this, and I wanted to flood you guys into my viewership here constantly. And there's a reason why. So why don't you tell us the reason why you signed up for this and how you got to become the Prince of Pads?
well, first off, a couple of years ago, I saw a demonstration with pads, and the way that the guy did the demonstration, it struck a chord with me. First off, you know, he pulled out these pads and he was talking about, you know, what the pads are doing to women in America. And I just kept watching it over and over again. I said, I can do this because I know for a fact, all the women that's connected to me does not have this education. And meanwhile, they're sitting in their rooms with the door closed every single month in a fetal position, not knowing that the very product that they have on is possibly causing a lot of the challenges that our women are facing. So I said, you know what? One thing people underestimate with men, they underestimate the love that men have for women.
Aww.
So if it's something that we can do to protect y'all, we coming with it. This just so happens.
I just glued my eyelashes on, all right? Don't make me cry. What the hell's happening?
It's some joy at the end of this pain. Trust me. Just stay on this. Just people watch what's going to happen today. It's going to bring a lot of joy, and you're going to understand why we go so hard for this and why me as a man is here with these beautiful young ladies talking about the subject that, you know, something that I would never go through, but you'll get an understanding once we show you what we have.
Let's jump into it. Tiara Moore, I think you're going to be the maestro on this thing.
Yes, and I'm actually going to have Raheem demonstrate the product for your audience. He is absolutely amazing with that. And as you know, we are launching a bang out, knockout fundraiser with this particular product. So we want to show your audience why you need to get on board with this fundraiser. Not only are we willing to help you raise money for your organization or for your businesses, we are putting a product in your supporters' hand that is life-changing, life-changing. So we are going to demonstrate the product for you, show you all how amazing this product is, and we're going to get into this fundraiser and talk about how you can connect with us to raise money for your business or your organization.
All right, let go.
All right. So again, I guess I'm going to head up this demonstration. So first off, you know, what we're all excited about is these pads here. the rain pads. And you may be asking why are you excited about some pads, you know, something that women use, people scoff at, you know, when you bring out a pack of pads or talk about tampons, men turn their nose up and run away. You know, it's such a taboo subject. But we're going to shed some light on the problem, but then we're going to bring a solution to you. So I'm going to lower my camera down here. And if I could just, can everybody see my hands? Can you see what I'm doing here? Okay.
We can see.
So what we have here on my left is the pad that most women are familiar with. Most women and young girls go to the store and they're receiving this product right here. And on my right, this is the rain pad here. So first off, let's talk about this one. So first off, as you can see, you know, it's pretty bulky, noisy, you know, and then, you know, these are supposed to be considered sanitary napkins, right? If something is sanitary, why is it open? And as you can see, it's only a little piece of tape right here, and it's really open and exposed, right? That's one of the problems that we have with this product right here. So first off, if you could see in the camera here, that says 11-hour leak guard protection. Now, I've talked to hundreds of women all across the country, you know, in some parts of the world, and every one of them, you know, will tell you, no way, this is not going to give you 11 hours of protection. You know, most women, anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. Some women say, I just need to make it to school. If I could just get inside to work and just make it to the bathroom, you know, right, because of different flows, you know, and this is not helping, right? So first off, we have false advertisement, right? So we're going to put this one down here. I'm going to lay it down here, right? And then we have ours here, which is the rain pad. And as you can see, even though it has a little tab there, it's completely 100% sealed. You can't get inside this without tearing it open. So it is a true sanitary napkin. Also, you know, most women see automatically that it's very thin. It's very thin, right?
Yeah.
But don't
very approachable product. I actually have used them and felt them and seen them, and yeah, very approachable.
Good. So you know from your own experience, right? So I'm going to open this up here. And if you notice when I open this, and this is something, and this is just a testament to how many women I've been around, and you guys have let me in your circle and told me your secrets, you didn't hear that much noise opening that pad. So it's right, very discreet. So, you know, when you're in the bathroom, you know, you just don't hear a whole lot of noise going on, right? So you see I have these side by side, okay? So we talked to gynecologists, we talked to doctors, and they let us know that on average, a woman's flow is going to be anywhere from 15 to 50 milliliters a day, okay? So I'm going to put 50 milliliters into this little beaker here.
Okay.
Right, so you can
love
see.
A live demo. We love a live demo on
right
the start.
there. So I'm going to put this 50 milliliters into the leading brand. As you can see.
Oh, wow.
I'm putting this 50 milliliters into this leading brand. All right, and this brand makes up about 40% of the market. So 9 times out of 10, most women that's using this product, they're using this particular brand, okay? Yeah. So we're also gonna do the same in here. We're gonna put 50 milliliters in here, and we're gonna do the same to our rain pad. And again, stay with me, because I know there's some viewers out there saying, what in the world does a man know about pads? You know, he's pouring water on these pads and playing with them. Like, this is getting weird, getting uncomfortable. And you know what? I said the same thing. But sometimes it's about knowledge. You know, some things are hidden. And until you really break it down and get an understanding, you'll never know. you know. So
Right.
once you,
I
once
love
you,
that wisdom, and it's true. Just to insert and
Mhm.
attach what you said, being an entrepreneur does not just mean that you stay in that field that you start in or that you wind up in. It means that you
Correct.
have a global understanding about how to move products and how the psychology of things work for people. And you being a man in this world is beautiful because we can't wait to hear the backstory.
Thank you so much. So
Yes.
as you can see, you know, I saturated both of these pads. This here again is the leading brand, and this here is the Rain pad, right? Um, these products right here are so important, okay, for a woman, and I'll tell you that it's even more important than most people think, because sometimes it comes down to a life and death decision. And you like, life and death pads, what does that have to do with anything? Well, what happens is most young ladies, this is the first product that they're introduced to when they start their cycle. Most of them, I would say 98% of them are not introduced to a tampon when they
Can we
start their
see your
cycle.
face while you talk about this?
Sure, sure. I was
Yes.
going to say, most young ladies, when they first start their cycle, they're not introduced to a tampon. Okay, they're going to start off with a pad. Okay, so if that one, you know, as little time goes on, and they're dealing with this pad, a lot of times the wetness, the uncomfortableness, the leakage, the embarrassment, the smell that comes along with these products, what happens is they then decide to say, hey, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm going to a tampon. Okay. Now, on the tampon box, in the directions, it will tell you that this product can lead to toxic shock syndrome, or TSS, and you can lose your life from toxic shock syndrome. There have been plenty, if you go online and look, there's been ambassadors for, you know, toxic shock syndrome, as well as multiple women have lost their lives. Okay.
Right.
And it took Congress 20 years to put that on the box.
Wow.
So it just lets you know that it's all about money. But back to what I was saying was that a lot of times she turns 18, 19, she says, I'm done with this. And now she decides to use a tampon. And a lot of times, not even knowing the risk. A lot of these young girls are using tampons and they just got it from a friend. And they just use the tampon for the first time, not knowing that they could potentially lose their lives. So that's why it's so important that when I saturated these pads, that it works. So they never have to make a decision to use a tampon. That's how important this is, right? So I'm gonna bring my camera back down.
And before you do that, Raheem, I want to say this also. So he talked about how long it took the government to put that warning label on the tampon box. But guess what? Our average pads packaging, they don't have a warning label, and they absolutely should, because they are full of poisonous chemicals. You know, they're made out of plastic, they're made out of rayon, they go through a multi-step bleaching process that produces dioxin, that causes cancer, developmental problems, reproductive problems. And you have a host of other chemicals in there, like acetone, and the main ingredient used in car tires and styrofoam. You have all of these toxic chemicals in these pads, and we don't have not one warning label on these pads. And that's because Congress is not or the government, the FDA, is not making these pad manufacturers disclose what they are putting in these products. And so women are walking around month after month after month, like wearing like a ticking time bomb, you know,
Wow.
wearing something that is super, super dangerous. And I'm going to turn it back over to Raheem. He's going to show you the benefit of wearing our healthy pad. But I just wanted to plug that in, because even though, you know, the tampon has the warning, the pads need to have the warning too, because they're just as dangerous.
Right.
Right. Duly
Thank
noted.
you, Tiara,
Glad
for
you
that
highlighted that.
education.
Perhaps that's a bill that we can work on together collectively with some of the viewers and listeners, and myself and you guys. We can get some bills on the next ballot, and we can get something moving, because that's not acceptable.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So I'm gonna show you the absorbency in these two pads, right? We've been talking maybe about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. allowing them to absorb. And as you can see, I'm going to go with the leading brand first, and I'm going to put some pressure on this pad. Okay, you see I'm putting pressure. And this is what we have here. This is what the leading brand. Okay.
Wetness.
That is wet.
Right. You can see
It's
Soaking wet.
uncomfortable.
it's
For
very
all the
wet.
athletes, the track
And this
stars,
is-
the ice skating ladies that move and shake, this is uncomfortable.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And
Which
now
is another reason why a lot of them go to the tampons, because the pad is the way it's constructed is inefficient.
right.
And it also carries, when you look at that, you have to know that when our fluid leaves our body, it turns into bacteria. And so on that pad with all the chemicals, everything in there, you're sitting in a cesspool of bacteria.
Ah,
And that's even worse, that you're sitting in a damp, dark, wet, area that you have your most precious part in, sitting in on that. So we have to think of
most
that, because
precious part.
we're sitting in that, right? And that's where the odor comes from, the irritation, the yeast, all of those things, the bacteria.
Yeah, and you guys really, people don't get that, like, if you don't feel good, you're not good. So you're traveling, ladies, and you're doing the athletics, and you're trying to be a mom, and you're trying to be a teacher, and you're really not healthy all the way around. This is like a core area that you have to, and I'm guessing you're going to tell us about how that affects your overall performance and health, right?
Definitely. So I'm going to do the same thing. So this is a dry towel, and I'm going to do the same thing on our rain pad here.
Prepare to be amazed, people. Prepare to be amazed.
And
I'm
actually,
prepared.
and if you notice, when I was on this one, and you can see it's still wet, but I didn't apply that much pressure at all. On this one, I'm going to apply my full weight, my full pressure.
Right.
As you can see,
Right. You gave the other one a pass a little bit.
look at here. 100%.
It never get old. 100.
What is going on? Okay, everybody, just so you understand what you're actually hearing and seeing, I'm in Alaska for some effing reason. They're in Georgia and Chicago and different time zones. We aren't magicians. You're seeing what you're seeing.
and we want to take it I'm going to take it a step further, because here's why our campaign is so important. This is what people really need to know, because it translates better when you can see it. Okay, so I'm going to dissect this pad.
Okay.
And dissect this pad, which I know a lot of people have never done, and this is a product women and young girls have to use over 20,000 times in their lifetime. So if this is something that is, connected to your bloodstream, inside of the most precious part of your body, you have to retake it. Yes. So check this first layer out, and we can see this is probably where a lot of the problem is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this first layer here. This first layer, let me get in the camera. This first layer right here is plastic.
All compressed.
Plastic, rayon, okay, recycled fibers. And as you can see, it's very rough to the skin, and you talked about, how you feel. You now translate that into, our young girls who are in sports, our young girls who have to sit in school on hours on end and sit on this plastic rayon stuff is very uncomfortable. And, as a father, this is something that's important to me, because I won't want my daughter to be feeling like that every day. And that's
And
where
not to mention, it's itchy, it doesn't breathe. And I know Tiara always speaks about that. I mean, it's itchy. Being a track former track star. I mean, I was a hurdler, and it was just itchy, and it was uncomfortable. And then if it shifts, you're embarrassed, and
there you go.
like you run to the tampon.
Right.
So the second layer here, and this is, you know, this is a huge problem, because you have to ask yourself, you see this piece of paper here?
Mhm.
Why in the world would they put blue dye on this layer in this pad? Because everybody knows when blue dye gets wet, it transfers. Now, where's the blue dye transferring to? It's transferring right back into the bloodstream,
Absolutely.
right back into the body. Okay. And that's a major problem. All right.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You guys
Now,
really break this down. Okay.
Yeah. And it's circulating everywhere. It's not just being confined to the reproductive area. You know, once it gets in your bloodstream, it's circulating all over your entire body.
Right.
now
Let me
the
ask
other-
Chicago this, or anyone could chime in. Why do you guys think, does this translate to not having babies, to cysts? Of course it does, right? We're not stupid.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The chemical, it's a chemical in it called dioxin. All of that creates a chemical called dioxin. Dioxin is a carcinogenic. It's directly related. If you look up carcinogenic, it tells you that causes cancer. Here's a thing that a lot of women don't know is that unpH vagina kills sperm.
Oh.
It kills sperm, right? And so when you talk about, do it have anything to do with babies? Yeah. And sometimes a woman and her husband just thinking like, I can't get pregnant. And it could just be as simple as the product that she's wearing is throwing her pH off, and her body is actually killing the sperm.
Wow.
And we have had women,
Mm-hmm.
we have had women to say, now this is, we're not making no medical claims. We're not saying that this is everybody's issue, but we have had women to say that they could not get pregnant, and a husband and wife would tell us, I don't care what you say, I know that this product allowed us to get pregnant because my wife always had problems. So we're not claiming that, you know, that this product is for that, but we're just saying when it comes to the products that we put on our body and our reproductive, it causes so many issues: breast cancer, cysts, fibroids. It causes it's around the board.
Mhm.
Wow. And it can be as simple as making some shifts, because people make shifts in their diet, right? I did that. I'm like, I'm up all the time. I'm not going to stop drinking wine. I have a startup called the Wine Caterers. That's not going to happen. Shout out to Wine Caterers. But I will stop eating steak, and I will stop eating chicken, and I will stop eating pork and do other things. And this is a really great physical alternative for your female health. So
Yes.
let's plug where people can find you. We're not done. We have a whole 10 minutes left. I know we're in the middle of a demonstration. Give everybody your individual handles and then the company handles where they can follow you if they want to follow you.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram and also on Facebook at Save Our Jewels. That's SAVEOURJEWELS. You can also purchase the product at www.saveourjewels.com.
So you can follow me at save the V_movement, but we do want you to, if you purchase this product, to go to Tiara's website to purchase the product. You can get information on my website, but if you're purchasing this product, we want you to go to Tiara's page, because we just thankful that she invited us here to share this information. But out of respect, we want you to go to saveourjewels.com, right? It's saveourjewels.com, right? But you can get information from my page, yeah.
And the pad prints, where you at?
I'm at raw_dream. That's my personal page. I'm an advocate for the campaign. You'll see some things sprinkled in there, but again, I'm here backing up my friend Tiara Moore's project here. So
I love
That's where information.
I love this. And I want to give a plug. So the cat's out of the bag, Tiara, so we might as well tell people. Tiara and Moore and I are doing a campaign starting December 1st. I'm going to get on and get this going, and it's really exciting. We're doing a startup with Monique LeRae. We're doing our official sticker on these products, and we endorse it, and we're supporting all people that need these products to have a healthy monthly situation and increase the quality of their overall health. And I think the headaches are going to go away, the backaches, the cramps. You're going, and I love a good chiropractor. The chiropractor is you're going to be less. The acupuncture, the Advil that you're taking, all the stress relieving things that you're doing every month. If you get your health care in this area under control.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Definitely.
And I also want to say this too, since we were talking about the shift, a lot of women are now shifting to doing like yoni steaming. They're doing the yoni pearls. They're switching to the natural feminine wash, but you're still slapping on the same toxic pad.
Oh.
Does that make any sense?
Not
No.
at all.
You going and you steaming your vagina, you getting it nice and clean, getting it nice and tight, and then you're gonna put on a toxic poisonous pad or tampon?
Don't do it.
No, we got it right here.
We got
Right.
you. So you started off strong. We got to end with the rain, because
Yes, plant-based, no toxic chemicals. As you're about to see with Raheem, extremely absorbent, biodegradable. This is what you want to put on every day, people. You do not want to mess with the other stuff. The other stuff is trash. It's poison. Come on, get with the winning team. All right.
Right,
we're gonna go back to Raheem, but getting with the winning team. Can we say, as entrepreneurs, by the way, you guys, this is the Startup with Monique LeRae. We're not just talking about periods. We're talking about entrepreneurship, but health through entrepreneurship. And if 2020 has taught us anything, is we need to look at the collective way we move around food and the planet, and energy and one another and our bodies, and the planet is asking us to do so. And why not with your reproductive health? So if you are a business owner or looking to do a fundraiser, Save Our Jewels by Rain is the way to go, because anyone in your life that you know, someone that you care about, has to use these products every month. You might as well be healthy.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So I'm just going to run through this demonstration really fast, because man, everybody's getting so excited talking about this because we got so many women and young girls to save, but we don't have that much time. So I'm going to share you this, right? This is another layer that's causing problems. Everybody would assume that this is cotton. This is actually recycled trash from the landfill.
What?
Okay. Recycled trash that they have compacted, they have recycled, they've used different chemicals to make it white. And now when this chemicals is activated through your blood, sweat, urine, and heat, and now it's flowing back into your vagina, okay? Now, the irony of this all, like I said,
God, I'm getting hot. It's too much.
This is education. The irony of it all, they take the landfill trash and put it into a trash bag. As you can see. So now, no air, no ventilation can escape, and it's just acting as a vapor barrier. And that's why everything is staying on the top and you're not feeling good, okay? We have to get away from these products. Now, we've talked about the bad. Now let's talk about the good our Rain pad. Right?
Wow.
So check this. I'm going to do the same thing to the Rain pad, right? I'm going to break it down because we're fully transparent on our ingredients, our all natural ingredients in our products. We have nothing to hide because we want our women to feel and our young girls to feel at their absolute best, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to take this first layer off. Let me put this to the side. I'll explain that later. Now, we have 100% cotton, okay? Breathable cotton, soft, very soft to the skin. All of our customers tell us they can they can barely tell that they have anything on because it's actually mimicking your undergarments that you're already wearing, okay? Now, what I forgot to do is I'm just gonna put this in. I forgot the leading brand. And if you can see this glass right here, I have water. I'm just gonna drop it in there and just see if it will absorb. And you can see I
This
have,
is after he stripped it away, by the way, everybody.
yes. And you can see I have much more water in this
Mhm.
one as opposed to this one, right? So this is our absorbency system. We don't use any uh, um, recycled products. We use a plant-based polymer, okay, as you can see here, similar to what's in babies' diapers, okay? So that baby can wear the diaper all day, get wet, and it's falling off, but he's still staying dry. Okay, this is similar to what that is, but we use a agricultural grade or plant grade polymer, and it absorbs over 300 times its weight in liquid. And as you can see here, this glass is almost full, okay? And I'm gonna drop this in here and just let it absorb, okay? Put it to the side. Now, this is our last layer. We don't use the construction grade plastics that they use in the leading brand. And what we do is we allow the body to breathe, okay? Because the more your body breathes, the more oxygen it can get, the less bacteria. And as you can see here, all those holes in there, you can see those breathable holes, and those tracks there is for constant airflow. And as you can see, we don't use that plastic, and you can see I'm tearing it completely apart with less effort. It's all biodegradable, great for the earth. Now, here is what this is the microchip, or this is the technology in our product right here. This is the graphene strip, okay? Get a drum roll for this right here. This graphene, it won a Nobel Prize in 2010, okay? It's known as one of the lightest and strongest materials known to man. You can fact check that, known to man. Now, the reason why we put it into a woman's product or a female's product is because graphene kills bacteria, okay? It promotes repair cells, okay, on a cellular level, okay? So that's why most women that use our product lose anywhere from 2 to 5 days on their cycle, okay? And it also has self-sustaining energy, okay? So I'm gonna take this light bulb right here. This is not electric light bulb. This is LED light bulb. It responds to energy, okay? Graphene has its own energy, and this light bulb is gonna respond to the energy in this graphene strip. Look at there.
No way. No way.
Look
Get out
at
of
it.
town.
Monique, you gonna be lit, Monique.
Are
Look
you-
at it.
Get with it.
You gonna be lit, Monique.
I mean,
I got
everybody, your vaginas are going to be lit.
So
I'm sorry.
we have what, 1 minute left, Monique?
We do. That was
Okay,
amazing.
So while he's going to show you the end result of that demo, but I do want to remind everyone that we have a wonderful fundraiser that we have going on. It's called the $1 million for 100 Organizations Project. We are trying to help as many businesses and organizations raise funds with our amazing product. Okay, so there's no inventory to hold. You get your own website. We ship the product out for you. You simply send your supporters to the website. They place their orders, and you get a check. I mean, how awesome is that? Okay,
And everybody's at home right now, so get a check, folks. Get a check
Yes.
month.
Get a check. We trying to help you
month.
get $1 million.
I love you, Chicago.
Yeah, we're here to support you. We'll support you with material for social media, marketing materials. We'll support you with coming and doing live demonstrations, going on social media with you, talking about the product. So you're not just doing a fundraiser on your own. You have our support. We're going to actually help you with the fundraiser as well. So
wow,
it's a win-win. You're getting money, but you're also helping your supporters as well. You're helping them have a healthier, more amazing menstrual experience. It's a win-win.
All right. You guys are
Before
the dynamic duos. I'm going to need capes with your names on them. And the light bulb demonstration is coming to LA. Tiara
Watch
Moore,
this one. I know we only got 1 minute. Raheem, hurry up and show
1 minute
her.
here. Check this out.
If you saw that, just imagine. That,
Okay. I'm putting iodine in here. Couple of drops of iodine. Okay. This iodine is representing, as you can see, it changed the color here. It represents what our women go through with the bacteria, the blood, sweat, things that's causing irritation, right? So here's our
see
panty
the
liner.
color. You see the color.
Yes, I'm gonna take the panty liner out here and take just, I only need the strip out to demonstrate the power of graphene. Okay, get this strip out right here.
And then he's also going to show you how our pad absorbed all that water as well. So you'll see, even though it's super, super thin, a lot of people get scared. They're like, oh my God, my flow is so heavy. I can't wear that thin pad. We're going to show you, yes, you can. You can wear a thin, comfortable pad every single month, and it's going to be more absorbent than anything you buy in the store.
Wow.
Here we go.
Health, everybody.
So
Well,
here's
look at it, because now you see it, now you don't.
All right, drop it in, because we almost out of time. Drop it in.
Come on, we out of time,
right
Raheem.
I'm dropping it in. I'm swirling it. I'm swirling it. Look at there. It completely cleared.
It purified the water.
What is going on? You guys, what is happening in my life?
Let's go. Let's get with this fundraiser. Let's get with this fundraiser. Let's go.
If you all do not want to help other women with this product, this is a $1 billion industry, you all. And we have, look at that, not a drop of water coming out. Come on, y'all. Come on, we here for you all. We're gonna help you grow.
That's right, you guys. And you know what? I love that you brought that up. This is a $1 billion industry, and we can take back the power of our inner health and our exterior health with this, with a simple thing that happens every month that people don't want to talk about, but people buy into. And I love that you said that. You might as well take advantage of this. Save Our Jewels by Rain. I'm going to be launching my fundraiser, you guys. We're going to be getting $1 million to 100 brands around the world. Be a part of this. This is female owned. This is Black owned. And there's a gentleman backing this. And he loves his daughters as much as you love your daughters. So let's save some jewels. Thanks for being here, you guys. You're coming back soon, right?
Yes,
absolutely.
Definitely.
We're gonna stop letting them capitalize off our pain, because that is exactly what's been happening. This industry has been capitalizing off the pain of women. And when women are in this much pain, you know, it affects the world. It affects the world. And so just imagine a world with women with healthy menstrual cycle, with no cramping, no heavy bleeding, no odor, no bacterial vaginosis. We will kill it. We will kill it.
It's true.
We will be president.
And you know what? It's also affecting the birth rate and having a, you know, we're gonna explore this more. I love your passion. Thank you for blessing my show. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
A pleasure. You're coming back. Save Our Jewels by Rain. Mwah.
Bye.
Oh my God, they're the dynamic duo, you guys.
Don't forget to go to SaveOurJewels.com. SaveOurJewels.com. Bye-bye.
SaveOurJewels.com. All right, you guys, they're coming back at some point. I love this team.
We only gave you a snippet of the information.
Okay. Tiara Moore and her team are epic. So that's right. It's only a snippet of the information. Right now, I have to switch gears to my Southern Belle Badass, Christina Charpentier-Biddle. Christina, you've been waiting.
Yeah,
Hi, baby.
Hi. How are you? You look fabulous.
You do. Thank you. I appreciate you waiting through the other segment, but it was really informative. Did you hear some of it?
Well, Keith just told me something about feminine products and things like that.
So good. I'm going to have to give you the tea when we have more time, but we only have you for a little bit. You guys,
what I was going to say real quick is feminine pads and tampons are now deductible on your taxes.
Everything works out in the universe. You guys, I brought Christina back on because she's back by popular demand, and I've been really flooding your viewership with Save Our Jewels because I'm rolling out my campaign, but I have to remember that I have other partners in the Pandemic Posse that have things to share with you during this pandemic moment. Christina is a experienced accountant. Well, we like to call her the tax queen. She's nationwide, based in Alabama and North Carolina, but she answers the calls from all area codes. Christina, what do you have going on?
Well, since I have a few minutes and it is almost tax time, it is rolling around the bend again. I wanted to give everybody a few tips and a list of things that they need to start getting ready to prepare their taxes for 2021,
Okay.
for tax year 2020. First of all, I want to let people know whenever you go to get your taxes done, well, first of all, you need to go get your taxes done. You really don't need to try and do them yourself. Due to the 2017 Tax Act. Anyway, so I recommend you getting a tax professional. Yeah. But you also need to make sure you have your social security cards, driver's license, all of your income documents such as W-2s, 1099s, things like that. Also, too, if you're going to see a new accountant, you may want to take the prior year's tax return with you. Because that way, if you have any net operating loss carryovers, then that gives them all the information they need, and you don't want them to miss any deductions that you have. And if you had any contributions to a retirement account, make sure you have those as well, because you can get a tax credit for that and cash back in your pocket. Also, too, educational expenses. Whether you are an educator or a student. If you're a student, you're going to get a statement from the school. Make sure you have that. Also, make sure you have tuition, shots, any kind of records that you have that it takes to go to school, including your books, pencil, paper, it doesn't matter, computers. Just make sure you keep up with it. If you're an educator, you can immediately, right out of the gate, get a $250 credit on your taxes. So that is amazing. Since a lot of your expenses now that you used to be able to take as employee expenses, you can't take anymore because of the limitations. But anyway, if you're an educator, make sure that your tax preparer knows that. Not to mention, if there's more than one educator on the tax return, you get a $250 credit per person.
This is really important to know, guys. If you're doing Zoom classes like me, a lot of people are at home at Zoom. Write that off.
Exactly. And another thing, too, people are exploring is I do taxes just like this virtually. Don't be afraid of technology. Just understand that it can work for you to make you money. But don't be apprehensive about it. Let's move along just a little bit more. As well, you might, if you're taking care of a parent, say you have a parent or even a younger sibling that possibly is disabled, make sure you have their information to give your accountant as well, because you get a dependent credit for that. It's not the full child tax credit, but it is a $500 credit per person. Also, too, if you're expecting to owe $1,000 or more to the IRS, you may want to go ahead and start making some payments between now and Christmas. Between the end of the year, because if not, they will hit you with an underpayment penalty.
Okay.
So just try and save a little money here. Another thing, how much time do I have, honey? I don't want to run you over.
You got about 2 more minutes. Sorry.
That's okay, no worries, because we'll be able to get back to this. Yes. Another thing, too, is people pay attention to your filing status. If you plan to be married before December the 31st, between now and December 31st, you can either file as single or married filing jointly. Technically, it's based on whatever you are the last day of the year, but the IRS does give you certain leniency to where if it's better for you to file single, do it. If it's better for you to file MSJ, that's perfect too. Another thing too is go ahead and start looking at what was withheld from your paychecks. Is it going to be enough? Do I need to have more withheld? Because you have a whole new tax year coming up and you may need to adjust your tax withholdings with your employer. And another thing too, real quick, if you use the IRS as a savings account, if you know that you really suck at saving money, I have a lot of clients that make sure that they pay too much taxes throughout the year. And then that way at tax time, they get a nice refund so they can go get that new TV and living room suit. Or I have some clients that January through October, they overpay. And then from October to December, they don't pay as much or none at all because they take that money, the extra money, and use it on Christmas. But they have compensated for it January through October. And I am going to let you go. I know I've ran a minute over.
This is why we call you the Southern Belle Badass, Christina Charpentier Biddle. What's your phone number? Where can people find you?
I can be found on the web, www.premierabc1.com. I can be contacted at area code 910-571-1092. You can call, text, but I prefer you text me. That way I can go ahead and text you back all of my contact info.
She can text you from all around the country, you guys, so don't be intimidated about that Southern accent or that area code. Christina pulls no punches. She'll give it to you straight, and she'll hold your hand through the fire. Thank you, my love. I will see you soon. You guys see me next weekend live from Skid Row. We're doing a live feed, okay? We're going to feed 100 people on Skid Row or more, and we're giving them essential packets, toiletries, toothbrushes, everything that they need for that time. And that's what we're doing. Shout out to the sponsors that are helping us, and we will post that and share that live from Skid Row next Sunday. If you want to help, find me on Instagram, The Startup with Monique LeRae. Be well. What will you start up today? See you.
You're listening to The Startup with Monique LeRae, only on LA Talk Radio.